Hello figure fiends and collectors, this is me, Daniel East from FIEND, back again with another Star Wars Black Series figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at another figure from Andor Season 2. It's been really surprising to see Hasbro actually churning out figures for this series, particularly after Season 1, which really set the adult tonal focus. And so to see Hasbro actually make more figures is really nice, really refreshing, and I hope they continue that in some capacity in future waves, just because there are plenty of characters they could do. We spoke about this just to plug our live stream on Siflor229's channel, Toy Talk and Live Chat. Definitely worth listening to that and hearing our picks as what we'd like to see in the Black Series from Andor and indeed Rogue One as well. So today I'm really excited to show off the ISB Tactical Agent. First, as always, we're going to take a look at the packaging, then the figure itself. As always, you've got Star Wars Black Series logo at the top there, this time covered by that little price tag. You've got a lovely window packaging so you can see the figure and the accessories that it does come with. Also, that's offset by that lovely backdrop imagery, which is faded into that nice colour palette of the colour banding. You've got the name of the character there, the number also, name of the media on that colour banding, ton of legal garb at the bottom there. Not much going on the side, just Star Wars Black Series and that colour banding again. On the other side, lovely imagery of the character and that colour blending in just there as well. On the back, lovely imagery of the character again, Star Wars Black Series, ISB Tactical Agent. We've also got a bit of a bio there, which I will include in the description down below. Number of the character, media as well, and a ton of legal garb just there. And at the bottom there as well, nothing going on at the top. So that is the packaging basically out of the way and done with. So now let's take a look at the figure itself.
This is TAC 2C over by the bridge. Did we request an enforcement droid? Sorry, repeat please. Not that I'm aware.
Are you with us?
No. Are we calling for backup?
Must be a local patrol. Send him back.
So here we have the ISB Tactical Agent in hand. First and foremost, it's suffice to say that there's a fair bit of reuse gone into this particular figure. We will cover that as we get into it, but let's just focus on the head sculpt to begin with. As always, Hasbro have really done a great job on that head sculpt in my opinion. For a grunt trooper, they didn't really need to put as much detail into that as they actually have done. I'm really impressed with the photoreal tech on that. Looks absolutely fantastic. Additionally as well, if we just pop the hat off, because they have made the hat removable, which really surprised me for some reason. I thought that was going to be glued on, and I wouldn't have had a go at Hasbro for doing that. Again, for a grunt trooper, just having that hat glued on or sculpted onto the head would have been fine for me, but yeah, it's removable and you get a nice look at that hair sculpt as well. Really nice looking, very cool I have to say. And just coming down to the actual features of the figure's body, the first piece of reuse here, of which in terms of the torso, which comes from the Mud Trooper, or Han Solo as Mud Trooper that we got from the Solo line. Something addition as well that's telling to that, you can see the holes where you would put the hose pipes for the breather that the Mud Trooper came with. Of course, this doesn't come with that, but they are prominent, the holes there. You've also got where the cape would clip into with regards to the little peg holes just on the buckles there. Some little subtle holes, but again, nothing to really deter from the overall aesthetic of the figure itself. They're just noticeable for those who have that previous figure and clear to see where that reuse has come from. Basically, two figures from Solo actually make up some of the reuse parts for this guy. That's one of them. The other part is the legs, of which come from, if I'm not mistaken, the Patrol Stormtrooper. They have been recoloured, and it took me a hot minute to realise what that actually comes from. So that's the two pieces of reuse that I've gleaned from this figure. I do feel like some of the other parts might have come from something else, but I honestly can't put my finger on it. In terms of the arms, I'm not too sure if these come from the Shore Trooper. Could be completely wrong with that. I know the forearms certainly are new. In terms of the lower half of the figure, the skirt, I'm again really not sure what that comes from. I feel like that is a new piece, or if it is reuse, it's been very well repainted to guise as something new. So yeah, there's a nice mixture of new and reused parts. And again, I don't mind it when Hasbro reuse parts within a purpose. If it goes with the actual costume or prop that we saw in the series, then that's more than fine. If it resembles the thing, then that's also fine as well. As long as it's not a detriment to the figure overall in terms of aesthetics and indeed articulation, I've got no beef with it. And in this instance, it looks like the thing that was on screen, and that's absolutely brilliant. So just focusing again, we'll pop his hat back on. I really am quite impressed with the overall look of this guy, and I love the look of these guys in the series as well. I'd be seriously tempted to pick up a couple of these, maybe try and source some different heads just so they're a bit more unique, to have them flank Deirdre. Just coming into the accessories though, as I did show, he comes with the removable hat. It's not loose at all, stays on there quite nicely. And then also the blaster rifle, which I honestly can't remember if we've had something like this before. It looks completely unique. I could be, again, completely wrong. If anyone wants to correct me, go for it. This looks like a completely new sculpt. It just looks very, very cool. Looks like it packs quite a punch and really does set the figure off quite nicely. The only other thing that I think this figure could have included would be an alternative head sculpt. Just a little cherry on the cake that would have really added some sauce to this figure. But it is worth noting as well that there are several different variants to the ISB Tactical Agent's outfit. Some of them have little communicators on the chest. I think the Sergeant as well has a set of grenades in a pouch. So it would be really neat to see some of those little variants be sprinkled in at a later point, potentially. Again, it might have been nice if they'd included it with this as some removable pieces. Alas, as just a bog standard ISB trooper, really pleased with this one. Just moving in to the articulation department, you've got a ball joint in the neck. There's a hinge in the neck as well, so it's not quite as ranged as some of the other figures that we've had. Ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, of which are quite stiff on mine. You've got ball jointed wrists, ball jointed torso, ball jointed hips. You've got thigh swivels, of which is always lovely to see nowadays, the classically double jointed knees, and the ball jointed ankles with the rocker joints as well. So in terms of the articulation, you can really get this guy in some pretty damn good poses, which is all you could really want from this guy. I think aesthetically, Hasbro's hit the nail on the head. It looks accurate as to what appears on screen. For the most part, your mileage may of course vary in terms of being a companion piece to other figures that we've got. This is going to go with Deirdre, K2SO really, really nicely. It's just a nice addition. It's a nice, different Imperial rank to add to your ranks. Yes, it certainly has some reuse, but it's certainly to no detriment to the figure. I really, really do like this guy. Highly, highly recommend it. But let me know what you guys think. Have you picked this one up? Are you considering it? Are you considering picking up multiples? Sound off in the comments down below. And well, this is me, Daniel East 1000, signing out, and thank you very much for watching.